nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I'm boycotting all Asian businesses. And I said it with my blood clot
A
chest.
black woman who's really been making waves on social media lately. She's calling on the black community to basically boycott all Asian-owned shops, corner shops, restaurants, you name it.
You think it's just an accident that black businesses disappeared?
Now, why is she doing this? Well, she argues that Asian communities got a leg up from the British establishment. Like, historically, they had it easier getting mortgages, starting businesses, and just weren't targeted as much as black communities who faced, higher stop and search rates and more barriers to building wealth. So she's saying, let's redirect our money to black-owned businesses. And yeah, she's getting quite a bit of support from folks who feel like, finally, we're doing something to empower our own community. Some people are even saying they've already started boycotting and it feels good to keep the money circulating locally in the black community. But here's the other side. She's also facing a ton of backlash. A lot of people are calling this out as basically racism in reverse. They're saying, look, you can't boycott businesses based on the owner's skin color. That's just not how a modern, fair society works. Critics are pointing out that Asian communities face plenty of hardship too. They dealt with racism, Islamophobia, and they often succeeded because of really hard work, long hours, and strong family networks.
And that's where the sentiments come in from her about boycotting businesses within the, I guess, Black British community, that they were given money. It's the same MO as here in the United States. Here right now, even where I am, there's a lot of Asian shops, basically Chinese food shops, some stores, and there are a lot of hair stores that sell the community products for our hair. Yeah, and it's a lot of people that go in there. I had a family member go in there. I hadn't been in one in, has to be a decade, if not more. And I went in there to buy somebody else something. And that's all you see is us sitting there, sending their kids to college, paying off their mortgage and everything else. It's something that I've noticed a lot of. And also another group that has infiltrated into a community where the majority was Black, and now it's completely, we'll say Hispanic. I know Hispanic is not a race, but I think people understand where I'm going when I say that. But yeah, there's a huge, large community that has overtaken the area where Black people were. Even the stores and certain businesses are now specifically for them, and they have them. Like, to sit up here and say just me looking around talking about a Black-owned business is a joke. Some of them have Black people just to placate to customers, but I can see it for what it is. The shop that I did go into, I still don't trust it, but they were not following. They didn't have that same attitude that they usually have when you step in, as if you have no money or you're a thief or anything like that. I can say, there was a hello, and but still everything was locked up, because we're criminals, and certain people steal and certain people don't, even though they've operated there. I know they've been there for 15 years, if not more. But I have no issues with what she's saying. It's true. And to sit up here and say that you got together with your community and you built it up and you did it with hard work is a goddamn lie. That means on the opposite side for us that we never built anything, even though a lot of our shit was burned down. You can look into the history of that, and I did a video on that. This constant disrespect of, oh, you're lazy, or oh, you can't do anything, it's a bunch of bullshit. They know what they had access to, and they know that they were told that you can only get these loans if you build in the Black community, because we don't want your yellow or brown ass in our communities selling us anything. It's going to be us. That's 100%. They want to hold on to this lie that they did so much. Like I said, it's an infection of white hegemony, because it's the same lie that they tell themselves about the United States of America. The thing with the Asian stores, a lot of people wouldn't have anything to say if these people had respect for the people who are sending their kids to college. They are paying their mortgage. They are supporting their lifestyle, because without Black people, they would be not as far along as they are. Now, with Black people finally recognizing that people will do whatever they have to do, and they will step on your back, your neck, and your head to get to whatever they need to, there's this collective awakening of, we really need to focus on ourselves. We really need to focus on Black-owned businesses, which is hard when you are separated. We're spread out amongst different countries, different states within. I'll focus on the United States since I'm here. How can you get together and build anything and you're separated?
To them, This isn't about privilege, it's about sacrifice and effort. And then you got Feg saying she's got double standards. Why only target Asian businesses? Why not apply the same logic to other groups? And people are really worried that this kind of rhetoric's just going to divide communities that have lived side by side for ages. So that's the situation in a nutshell. It's a big, messy debate with strong feelings on all sides.
They want to say that we live side by side. Why is everyone else advancing, though? Why is everyone else advancing? Why is there this notion of, okay, we came here with nothing, we were immigrants, and, you got the money that they would never loan black people. To this day, they are devaluing the homes. They are devaluing the land. They are taking land and taking homes from black people, farms from black people. But you want to sit up here and you want to believe this lie that you tell yourself to make yourself feel better, that you were not a part of a system that is discriminating against black people so you could get a leg up. And then you're trying to wonder why do these people want to delineate? Why are these people like not considering us all like we're together in a melting pot? Why are they centering themselves?
And I asked them, I said, should we boycott Asian shops? Is that what we should do? And then every one of them said yes. Yes. Okay. Because how are black people supposed to mobilize if they're in our communities? It's not no Asian hating. It's about economics and why black people can't keep their black money within their community. So when you go to your corner shops and, the food stock that they sell, right? They sell our food. They go to the corner shops. They have chicken shops lined up in our thing. It's all going back into their community. How's it coming back into ours? We have to boycott them. We don't want to, but we have to boycott them to keep it within our community. Otherwise, how are we going to progress? Right? I can't do it on my own. I need black people to help me. And I also said as well, I said, black people, you need to take time with black businesses as well.
Yeah. What you need to do, it's not even about boycott the Asian shop. It's like, buy black. That's all your message is.
No,
buy black.
The reason why I disagree with that, sorry to cut you.
No, go on.
The reason why I disagree with that is because when you say buy black, we still are about convenience. Until we get out of that mindset to strictly go and buy black, you have to give black people options. If I don't give them options, what they're going to do, they're going to fall back into the cycle. You have to get, and this is what I'm saying, like when I said boycott the Asian shops, it's because they're literally in every single community.
But as you said, give the alternatives. So you can say, the only reason I'm saying, because I think getting tied up into a culture war also isn't helpful for us, because we just look like the aggressors or something.
No.
I'm not saying don't call it out. I think there's a conversation that I definitely think there's a conversation that needs to be had.
I would say the lady who was talking about not getting caught up in a culture war, there is a culture war. And it's been one-sided for a very long time. Maybe you don't recognize it, but a group of people who are setting up shop in your community to extract resources and funds from your community, and they do not put back into your community, that's the culture war. That's the same thing that's been happening here in Black American communities. The stores, the gas stations, the corner stores, the stores itself. There are no black businesses that I can think of. I think I found a nail shop that is a black owned business. Everything else has to be ordered online, but they have every block sewed up, from fast food to liquor shops to your gas stations or even little corner stores or where you go get services. None of them are black owned. Just extracting. And they don't give a damn about it. But she wants to placate because she has a good Asian friend, or she has a good white friend, or a good Hispanic friend. And that makes her want to play nice with them, even though they can separate their friendship with you and they can still extract resources and funds out of your community. Crazy work. And these are the type of people who are hindering black process, because you have these types in every single ethnicity from every country that really throws us under the bus and is trying to play nice with people who wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire.
I haven't been to an Asian beauty supply store since Stop Asian Hate. And I know what y'all about to say. Oh, it's not all Asian people, right? But in my experience, living where I live, Asian stores have been anti-black and racist towards black people. And that's not a what if, that's a fact. I've literally experienced that. I've experienced being followed around. I experienced being stared at and looked at weird and rushed. I've experienced those things. So I haven't been supporting Asian businesses since then. Okay. It wasn't hard for me to stop going to Target because I really didn't go anyway. But Walmart, it was kind of hard because I used to go all the time. But I stopped going to Walmart. So if I could stop going to Walmart, y'all can stop going to Walmart. What else? Yeah, that's been my way of protesting and boycotting and spending my money in places where it better serves me and I've just been mostly buying groceries and cooking things. I've been in an Asian restaurant probably twice since that Stop Asian Hate thing, and that wasn't of my own free, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was somebody else that wanted to go in there. So that's what I'm saying. That's my way of doing it. Y'all can respect it. Y'all can't respect it. Again, I'm not saying it's all Asian people that do these things, but from what I'm seeing, from my perspective, is a good chunk. So that's what I'm doing.
This is really important. Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities. And as I've said before, as a result of this, Black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses. Once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Because usually people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community, and by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in black communities.
We're coming back here. We're going to be in front of this store. We're going to
start funding the shit that we like to spend money on. How about that? It's all cool and all to be posted up in front of a store that we know some black people are still going to go to because they need that quick, fast, instant gratification shit. They don't know how to go without that shit. Okay, cool. Let's, yes, protect the black people. Yes, I love what they're doing, but let's also put some money into stuff that we buy. Beauty supply stores, grocery stores, hair, nails. Let's start putting money actively into those things so we can have our own. Fuck this inclusive shit. I'm tired of it. We should have never, ever, ever been desegregated. We should just realize that we can make this shit on our own. That's the only thing we should have did.
And I agree 100% because just looking at the statistics of the wealth that black people will hold in a couple of decades, it's not looking too good. And it seems like we're just now starting to see the writing on the wall of a lot of different other POCs, and also we're very privy of Caucasian people and how they operate. But it's going to take more than an injection of funds. It's going to have to take black people wanting to live around each other, be around each other, maybe create neighborhoods where we are in close proximity so we could assist and help each other. And if we could bring our money together, and there's millions of us, so us giving a couple of dollars, maybe something you spend at Starbucks, maybe something a little treat that you get yourself, you could take that same money, put it in a pool with other black people. And I understand people were like, oh, they're scamming. We understand. But, and that's where the collective of black people would have to come together and hold people's feet to the fire and hold them accountable. Not just one person dictating and putting their little dictators over everyone. You don't have to have this leader leading you at all. You can come together and map out the vision. People bring their expertise and you can go from there. But it is going to have to take a willingness of black people wanting to be in proximity to each other. But yeah, I just ended up coming across this. I'm to the point where the writing is very clear on the wall. There's a lot of black fatigue that's going on within different communities. So, I mean, it would be best if we removed ourselves so we can remove that black fatigue from them and start really just focusing on ourselves. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.